Hey friends, I'm Jennifer LaGuardia, your life coach, always here with you to be your encouraging voice. So, kind of funny story I have to share. If you've ever driven out west, you know how exhilarating it is. But it can also be a little scary because of how remote and desolate it gets. One of my experiences with this was driving to a bodybuilding show I competed in Vegas. Breathtakingly gorgeous red rock for miles and miles driving through Utah. But I just assumed there'd be frequent gas stations just like other parts of the country. I always stop at the half full point to fuel up and onward I go. Not the case on I-70 West in between Utah and Nevada. So it's after midnight, of course. The tank is on E and I am in full panic mode in my head. No signs anywhere for a gas station and I am convinced I'm gonna break down in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the night, and for sure end up being that girl on Unsolved Mysteries. Okay, seriously was miraculous how long I drove on an empty tank and finally found a tiny remote gas station in the middle of nowhere. Long story short, I made it to the show, carb depleted, dehydrated, and felt like a complete train wreck. But I got on stage with a smile. True story. But an interesting parallel that I often thought of after that whole ordeal was it's almost like how it feels when you're pursuing a dream, something deeply meaningful and significant, and it could take years before you see any indication that you're close to anything resembling your dream. It feels like you're on this lonely, desolate road with no sign in sight, no indication of where you are or how close you might be to some kind of breakthrough. And you might find yourself panicking in your head. What if I don't make it? What if I never become even close to what I thought I would become? What if I never achieve anything close to what I need to make happen? Friends, allow me to speak into your life. When God puts something extraordinary in your heart, it is more than possible. But it takes being able to believe so deeply in your heart what only your heart sees. And that is what faith is, real faith. Believing in something you can't yet see, but your heart knows it's real. When you have nothing else to hold on to, nothing but the vision of the dream in your heart. Faith believes when there's no reason in the natural realm of things to believe. Friends, as always, I share this with you from the most raw and authentic place of personal experience. Anything meaningful and significant in my life evolved from my relationship with God and my driving force to keep going despite the very long, very lonely and desolate road, despite hearing the voices of fear and doubt loud and clear in my head. I remember why I started, and with all my heart from my core, that driving force that keeps me going is the purpose behind everything I do. Fulfilling that purpose means everything to me. I want to give people hope that is real. I want for my life to be someone else's reason to keep going. I want to help other people find purpose greater than themselves, to experience the reality that you are not some random afterthought. You carry significance infinitely beyond what you thought was possible. Along the desolate, lonely, in-between part of the journey, the toughest part to stay focused and consistent, that part of the journey you have nothing else to hold on to but faith. It's that point you tap into a strength you didn't know you had and a connection with God that equips you for something so much greater than you originally had in mind. Something you're going to need to be massively prepared for because you are going to impact other people with what God has given you. Your gifts were meant to be shared and shared with great purpose and intention. Friends, you could discover possibilities for your life you never knew existed. Your original plan could end up evolving in ways you would have never thought of. Stay open, and while you keep moving forward, stay driven by purpose. One of life's greatest ironies is that through the darkest parts of the journey, the parts that feel hopeless, God causes your impossible to become the championship arena you rise up and win. Don't give up. I love you guys so much. And as always, I hope to be an encouraging voice along your journey. So please follow me on Instagram or subscribe to my YouTube channel or visit my podcast on Apple Music, Spotify, or Amazon Music, Awakening Hope with Jennifer LaGuardia. God infinitely bless you all and all those you hold close to your heart.